educates, syncopates, radio communicates, radio, the sound of year-round pleasure.
Hey everybody, what's going on? You're listening to Come Along Radio. I'm Rocket Brown and I'm ready to get down. And I'm here with some special friends with me. I've got Afrocentric Jukebox.
Hello, hi, Pog.
And once again joining us is my good friend Jay Canuck from Kaio Kyoku Plus.
Good afternoon, everyone. Glad to be here again.
Absolutely. Today we're going to do another album review. This time we're going to do an album that everyone probably expected us to do just because it has probably the most famous city pop song in the world, and that is Plastic Love. Yes, we're going to do an album review of Variety. Juke, we brought you on obviously because you are a real musician out of all of us, so we like to get your take on Maria Takeuchi's most famous album and her most famous song.
Listen, I enjoyed reviewing First Light, and now we're reviewing Maria Takeuchi. I love Plastic Love. This is going to be exciting.
Oh yeah. So what's your experience with Maria Takeuchi?
Well, let's see. I replayed Plastic Love about maybe 50 times in my lifetime.
I see.
So, yeah.
90% of the world.
Understand that.
Yeah, I think everybody can understand that. I didn't know there was a longer version, and when I found there was a longer version, I was livid. I was like, I'm replaying this 50 more times.
I gotta up those numbers, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how it is, man. Plastic Love is probably on repeat in almost everyone's playlist at this point. Although, what about you? What's your experience with Variety, Jay?
Well, I bought the album, I think maybe it's about 15 years ago or so, back in Japan. And of course, years before Plastic Love exploded on YouTube. But yeah, when I first heard Plastic Love, it was kind of like, I could hear the Steely Dan influences in there. I thought it was one of the really good urban contemporary songs that Maria has done on the album, which is truly an album with lots of variety in it.
Oh yeah, and it's got a variety of musicians backing the whole record. Obviously, Tatsuya Mashita is the producer. It's got some of his band as well. The late Jun Aoyama on drums, Koki Ito on bass, Hiroyuki Namba, Kazuo Shina, the whole band. It also has Hiroshi Sato again on piano, Ryuichi Sakamoto on the synthesizers. It even has saxophonist Ernie Watts on one of the tracks.
Very classy lineup.
Yeah, he's done some stuff for like Marvin Gaye and stuff like that. So it's got a lot of big names on here, and it's a pretty special album because this one was, I want to say if I remember correctly, this was the first album where Maria wrote all the songs herself.
And this is the first album that she did right after coming back from a 3-year hiatus in her career.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. After when did Portrait come out? 1982, 83?
I think Portrait came out and then I think that was the last album that she did before she went on hiatus. So that was December 81.
Thank you. So she took a big jump, got married to Tatsuya Mashita. Still was writing for other people, like writing songs, particularly idols, but not making any music herself. Made a comeback with Variety. And this is very much in the same vein as the best comparison would be Billy Joel's Innocent Man. It's sort of a compilation of all of her personal influences.
gotcha.
In the same way, Billy Joel's Innocent Man is a compilation of all of his influences. Coincidentally enough, they were both influenced by old school 50s,
Right.
60s sounds like rock and roll, doo-wop, Beach Boys. Maria more British influences like Mercy Beat and stuff like that, the Beatles, but also some country music as well. It truly is a variety.
And also some good old rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it lives up to the name. But we're going to see how she handled that variety today. So let's get into the first song. Alrighty. So we just got done listening to Mo Ichido, aka Let's Try Again by Maria Takeuchi.
It was very nice. I do see what you've been talking about with the Beach Boys
Yes.
and the Beatles.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice, kind of like car music. You know, I'd listen to this in the car and just drive on. You know, like for a while.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the perfect song for that.
I thought it was the ideal song to start off Variety with, because it's such it's a bit of a departure from some of the songs that she was doing before her hiatus, and it just comes across as being very clear and very crisp.
True.
Just a straight away, very pleasant pop song to listen to.
The chorus work on these songs are always great, but you know,
Oh yeah.
just the backing vocals really complemented Maria very well. I wonder who that was.
I don't know, some guy on the street probably.
Yeah, some guy in the street. Probably hangs out on the
Someone
beach a lot.
they picked up or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Might be in space sometime.
All right, Attach Mike and Jealous. But yeah, it was pretty sick, and I'm really excited for the rest of the album. I wonder what song is coming up next.
I'm just playing. I know there's plastic love.
Woo! Oh man, did not see that coming. So that was Plastic Love. We've all heard this song a million times.
1,000 times.
Yeah, 1,000 times.
Yeah.
1,001 times now.
I mean, so a lot of, okay, on one side of the fence, you get people who are like, oh, this is the greatest pop song ever. And then you get the other side of the fence who are like, God, I'm so tired of hearing this song. It's overrated. But I want to hear what you guys think about it.
I don't ever get tired of hearing that.
No.
Yeah.
And I agree with Jermaine. I mean, it's a well crafted song. I mean, even before the whole hoopla began a few years ago, I enjoyed the song immensely on Variety.
Yeah.
But I mean, my question for you guys is like, what was the secret sauce in this song? You know, what was the reason that?
Easily the bass line.
Is it
line.
Easily
the bass line and the strings. So, okay. So, bass line, really strong bass line. Another one where you could tell, now that I know, right, I'm aware, you could tell, you know, Tatsuya Mashita really arranged the song. If you listen to, if you're a fan of, oh God, was it Bobby Womack? I believe it was Bobby Womack's Trippin' Out.
I don't think I heard that one. I know who Bobby Womack is.
Yeah. No, it was not Bobby Womack. It was, he did Superfly. He did the Superfly song.
Okay.
God.
I wouldn't remember.
Take away my black card, Jermaine. I'm sorry.
Your problem. Don't worry, I've never seen Superfly.
No, but yeah. So he's a Chicago artist. He did a song called "Trippin' Out" in '81. Very similar bass line.
Yeah, if it was not clear to anyone who like listens to music on regular, and they're like, I don't hear the bass. What's the point of the bass line in music? This song will show you the point of a bass line in the music.
Curtis Mayfield. I'm an idiot. Curtis Mayfield's Trippin' Out. Yeah. Yeah, you can hear the Curtis Mayfield in this song, but it's like, but the arrangement is also, there's a lot of cool orchestral stuff. Like in the single cut, they really bring out the strings, the string arrangement in this song, and so you get the boom boom boom, and then you get the string part goes like so now instead of just boom 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 yeah
he's going off he's going off
yeah it's great.
Yeah.
It's just like all these parts are coming together, you know what I'm saying? And then you got Tats on the guitar, right? That ding ding, you know, it's man. I can't put it into words.
Is there a Steely Dan influence in this song?
A lot of people compare City Pop to like Steely, just because Steely Dan is like peak production. I mean, I can't hear. As someone, Dre, you didn't grow up with Steely Dan. I did.
I've only heard Hey 19 so far.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately,
Wow,
I've heard how awesome Steely
what
Dan's
an
production.
what an
has been.
impressionable song on such a youth.
Hey, I'm 9 years old. Like, hey, 19. You know, like, oh, cool. It's a groovy song.
Yeah,
So in 10 years from now,
Yeah,
exactly. Right? No, but I mean, I would say like obviously production wise, it's very crisp and clear as any Steely Dan song. But as someone who grew up with soul and R&B, I'm hearing more Curtis Mayfield. I'm hearing more. I'm hearing more of that Chicago soul influence than anything.
yeah, because I mean, you mentioned the bass and the strings, but I'm also a big fan of the horns as well.
True.
I think those
That's
were
a good
very
point.
tight.
You mentioned the horns, and every time I think about the horns in this song, I always think about how in music, minimalism is quite important because having just the slightest touch, like when you hear a song with triangle in it, you think, oh, the triangle, if you take away that part of the song, it'll be perfectly fine. But it still misses something, right? And it's a simple triangle on the 4/4 beat that's kind of making the rhythm, right?
Right.
The horns are the same way for me. It's like just it's showing up at the specific parts of the song, and you know it's coming. Like it's consistent, but like you're always hyped for it, and it's not a lot. It's just like not even maybe a measure long, and it's it's there, and you enjoy it. It's awesome.
It's an important piece of the
It's
song.
an important piece of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like bringing all the pieces of the puzzle together.
Exactly.
For a
Yeah.
particular song.
I made a joke. I'm like, you know when she said Tomodachi, she's friend zoning somebody. You gotta know.
Wow, Maria, I had no idea. Oh my word.
I mean,
Like-
I'm laughing because he's partly correct.
I don't speak
you-
Japanese, but I know what Tomodachi
Yeah, just
means.
the way that just the way she said Tomodachi in the song.
Yeah.
Like, damn, so
Yeah, well, I mean, according to JWiki, I mean, basically the entire song is just about some young woman in Tokyo just having the kind of like in her love life, just at such as it is, basically.
yeah. The song definitely has "Dance Your Troubles Away" vibes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. I agree.
Yeah,
And I think
definitely.
it's melancholy enough to where it's like it's very reflective, but it's still got that beat. It's got, in many ways, this really is the perfect pop song. I don't know what else to say. I think it's definitely one of my top 5 favorite Maria songs. I think it earned its place as the anthem of city pop music.
Now let's get married. No need to wait and waste our time.
What was your concern with this song?
After Plastic Love, right? And I talked about how someone definitely got friend zoned. Now she's talking about something about marriage.
I know, what a whiplash. Oh man.
Yeah. So she's a very, very happy housewife now.
I know, right? But this is this song was all in English. I don't know if you noticed.
I did not notice that.
So he sings really good in English, if you couldn't tell by the "Let's Get Married."
I agree.
Yeah.
When I listen to any English song anyway, I don't pay attention to the lyrics. I'm just listening.
I mean, that's fair.
I'm in Jermaine's camp with that one. I was always
Really?
more of a melody guy than lyrics.
I see. That's fair.
So forgive me if I wasn't listening to it. I just heard marriage and I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
That's okay. Oh man.
And can I say that Ryuichi Sakamoto on the pipe organ at the very beginning?
Yeah, that
Had
was
no
really
idea
Ichi
at the
Sakamoto.
time.
Yeah, that was something.
That was indeed.
I know you're listening to a breakup song. Imagine listening to a breakup song and all of a sudden you hear
Yeah.
yeah, let's
cool.
go. Yeah.
Get married.
Oh my god.
Let's like rub it in here, eh? Sean?
I know, right? Yeah. Exactly.
By the way, I'm marrying your best friend.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh no.
let's get married. Yes, indeed.
You actually noticed something really interesting about the melody of the song.
Well, yeah, I was just pointing out it was in 6/6. I thought it was a waltz, but I'm like, no, it's not a waltz. It's in 3/4. But it's bluesy for me. Like it's very bluesy now. You got from orchestral and jazz like, and then there was that beach sound, and now it's bluesy. You know, it's kind of it is variety. You know, you're seeing the variety in this album.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there was something very. I mean, with Let's Get Married, there's something very, I guess, Connie Francis from the 1960s or so.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
I got that sort of vibe as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Strangely enough, what I found out about the song was that this was used for a commercial,
Commercial
for
for
a
what?
vitamin drink.
God, what?
Vitamin drinks? Of
Of course it was. Of course it was. Vitamins.
course,
Marriage.
marriage can be kind of stressful.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta chug down the vitamin drink. Eh?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Listen, when I'm on the aisle, right,
Let's get married.
I'm drinking vitamin water. That's all I'm trying to say.
Mm.
God, no. Forget the rings. Where's the where's the vitamin water?
Wedding cake? No.
No.
Vitamin water punch bowl.
Yeah, honeymoon.
We're getting a little crazy on the honeymoon.
Whoa
okay?
there. Better get the.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I forgot this was not supposed to be. This was not really a late night show. Sorry about that.
No worries. No worries. Yeah, this is a.
And Ernie Watts on the saxophone solo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So this is where Ernie Watts shows up.
Gotcha.
Really good saxophone on here. I think that's the best part of the album. Otherwise, it's a pretty standard, like, bluesy ballad about marriage.
Yeah.
It's got
A
that
marriage.
50 style to it. And it's pretty good. The next song up is actually a much more interesting detour.
いつもの街旅するあなたに
Woo! Yeehaw!
Bit of country music in there.
Yeah, so so we went from
Plastic
broken.
Love.
We went from Let's Try Again to Plastic Love
Yeah.
to Let's Get Married
Yes.
to One Night
The One
Stand.
Night Stand.
Should have gotten married, in my opinion.
Should have called this
Am I-
album the Roller Coaster of Love.
Roller coaster.
I
Yes, I am detecting a distinct theme throughout this album.
know,
so
right?
far.
Yeah, it's a variety of genres and a variety of mood whiplashes.
I agree.
It's like my neck. It's like
She was just
Exactly.
like, do my fans want to hear like a romance story, or they want the truth? Well, let's just give them everything.
Let's give, let's give.
Yeah, sure.
Do they want to? Yeah, no, they won't. Do they want?
how much do you want? Yes.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what love is, right? It's a variety of emotions.
yeah, it's all over the place, right?
It's a roller
Okay.
coaster.
Yeah, but One Night
Yeah.
Stand, man. Oof. And it's a country. To be fair, this is a really good country song. I actually like it a lot.
I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed
Yeah, and Sentimental City Romance. I mean, they helped her on their very first album. They're back here
That
for
is
this song.
That is so appropriate. So, Jermaine, if you don't know, Sentimental City Romance is a Japanese rock band. In the 70s, they were famous for their country rock sound. They were very much the Buffalo Springfield
it. Okay,
of Japan.
gotcha.
I'm talking like yeehaw energy.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
gotcha.
like there's fiddles and banjos and the whole 9 yards, but in Japanese.
No, I agree.
Yeah, and they backed up Maria on a few albums on in her first album, Beginning, and they're back for this country rock ballad about some weird cowboy who's obviously a Rolling Stone.
How funny is it that a band she's worked with before is coming back on a song called One Night Stand?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
The irony. I would
yeah,
say.
the big irony. Yeah.
Yeah, big irony. But I like the song. This
Yeah.
this feels very typical as someone who's listened to a lot of country music growing up, thanks to our stepmom.
Very true.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's very faithful to that sound. It's weird because it sounds like this came out in like '84, but this sounds like a lot of the country's songs that we used to hear in the car. But yeah,
I mean, my family was the same as well when we were younger. We were listening to country music as well, so it's like a lot of Conway Twitty, Buddy Rich, Crystal Gale, for example.
there we go. Yep. And it's just so weird because it's like it's so accurate. It's in Japanese. I think that's kind of what threw me off.
But
I
it's a
think the
country
Japanese throws me off too.
Yeah.
I gotta agree.
But I'm thankful, she has a very nice singing voice, but it's also like I'm listening to the country music in
Yeah.
Japanese. And that in and of itself has a novelty to it, but thankfully it's also a very well composed song.
Well, we're back from Tennessee.
Yeah, right.
Fitting.
Oh man, golly! So now we're at Broken Hearts. So what do you think, Jermaine?
Yeah, so saxophone intro. Immediately thought George Michael, Careless Whisper.
Yeah, there you go.
Immediately
There
thought
it is.
There you go.
Yeah, it's got Careless Whisper vibes.
Yeah.
If you haven't guessed yet, this is my favorite song.
Oh yeah.
This is my favorite Maria song. Plastic Love is Denial, right? But Broken Heart is like the acceptance and grief. Also, yeah, saxophone.
A lot of saxophone.
Ooh,
Very nice.
man. But also just the Maria's vocals. This is probably the most sensual song that she sung, like ever, that I've ever heard her sing. Besides maybe, no, this is it. Like, oh man.
Would you like a moment?
It's getting kind of hot in here, guys. But it's super sexy vibes. Love the saxophone. Her English singing is really good.
Very nice.
The backing vocals
Honestly,
really
can we
killed
talk
it.
about the backing vocals?
The backing
Oh my
vocals
gosh.
really killed it.
Yeah. Did you pick up any on any kind of Marvin Gaye sort
We were
of?
talking
We
about
were
that
literally
during
just
the-
talking about
Yeah.
that.
during the song. We were saying like Marvin Gaye, Sade. He said Diana Ross a little bit. I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I mean, this is
crazy.
like an urban contemporary torch song.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is it. This is peak Maria Takeuchi right here. It's weird because another thing is Japanese songs don't really have rhyming conventions, at least not in the same manner as like Western songs.
I've heard that one.
So I'm used to, this song, you're used to like rhyming, I guess,
Yeah.
but it still sounded, the lyrics still sounded catchy and like
Yeah.
pleasant to the ears. It still hits you. To be able to accomplish that is really awesome. Broken Heart. This is it. I don't know what else to say. It's really good. Yeah, it blows my mind.
I hope the roller coaster's ending soon.
I hope the
That's
roller
all I'm trying to say.
coaster is ending soon. Yeah.
どの準備は alright 割れる拍手と口笛と湧き上がる声が叫ぶ今
Yeehaw, but again.
Yeah. Country rock and roll.
Oh yeah.
Listen, man. These are songs you make hoedowns with. You know,
This is a whole hold down
like
song.
you make a whole jiggy with it. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah, get on those boots and
Exactly,
and
Yeah.
hats and
As
stuff. Yeah.
someone who's been to a country club, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
yes.
Very, very honky tonk, rock and roll
Mhm.
vibes. Kind of bordering like rockabilly territory.
Mhm.
Perfect for the sock hop.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was another one where the vocals really like the ow that
Yeah,
came
right.
in
Yeah.
on the second part of the verse. That was
Mhm.
for me a good backing chorus really ties together the song. After the Night used to be one of my least favorite songs on the album, but I've warmed up to it.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
I have a new favorite. I was grooving. I was grooving, man. I was digging this
Well,
song.
listen, as someone who's listened to a lot of like this type of rock music coming out of Japan, it was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is cool.
I thought it was. I mean, I was when I first got the album. I saw the title, which translates as "Night at the Amphitheater," and I thought, well, okay. I thought maybe this might be something like classy jazz or something.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
I get then I got hit with all this kind of like country rock and roll song here. So it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, okay. Well, I guess the amphitheater is like a barn, basically.
I know, right?
Like, let's do the hold down, shuffle down the hay.
Or more like the high school rented out the amphitheater for their dance
yeah,
night.
exactly. The classic.
Yeah. Mickey Rooney, Judy Garland. Let's get them all together here.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this is a good song.
Yeah.
I really dig it, and it's a fun. It's got some really great guitar playing.
Oh yes.
Yeah, the guitars went ham.
Yeah.
That's what really sells it.
He
for
was
me.
speaking. He was speaking.
they was
You could hear
they was speaking. Yeah, dude.
And once again, you hear those cowbells. You
I know. Yeah, the return of the cowbell.
Yeah. You can't have enough cowbells.
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
Absolutely.
FM の音流れるこの部屋にいるの
And that was Irresistible Feeling. I believe what was the Japanese name for it, Canuck?
届かぬ思い。
Thank you very much. Really toning down the mood a bit with this one. It's actually one of my favorite songs on the album. Jermaine, you actually brought up a lot of similarities to a song from Pocket Music
Yeah,
from 1986.
definitely.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was the.
It was called Melodies.
Yeah, melody. Yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought the exact same thing.
My question would be: is like, was there any particular influences you heard from, let's say, from a certain American song or singer when you're listening to this one?
Probably the Walker Brothers. The Walker Brothers was a 60s band. They had a lot. They were very like chill, soft rock vibes. They made stuff like "Make It Easy on Yourself," "Sun Ain't Gonna Shine No More." I can't think of. There was a specific song that I was thinking of. I don't think it was it might have been The Electrician, but what did it was not just the guitars, but also like the what's that called? The trombone was the horn that was playing.
The trumpet?
For the
solo.
Yes,
I was
the
like, the trumpet?
It was just the trumpet. Yeah.
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 Good.
Actually, the person behind that was the flugelhorn, apparently, according to liner
There
notes
we go.
here.
That's
Ah.
what I was trying to think of.
It's
Yeah.
hard to distinguish.
And it was, a veteran session musician by the name of Chuck Findlay who was handling that solo.
Ah.
And apparently he's worked with Steely Dan and Toto and Al Jarreau for their album.
That's pretty sick. Nothing particularly special about it. It's just a really, really relaxing song.
What was interesting to me, I noted for myself, during my time working at Make Waves Music at the record label, we spent a long time ordering the songs on our album, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially because it was variety of music. It wasn't just one specific genre. It was, there was rap music, and then you went straight to jazz. It was like, who cares?
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's just, that's a basic example, but we had to order it in a way where it's a kind of storytelling, right? Where
Right.
it's like, hey, this first song is going to get you really hype. This last song, and one of my songs was the last song. It was a song that was just mellow. You know,
Right.
it was just ending the album, and you heard the ending of the album. And for me, I'm like, after Amphitheater Night, I'm hyped. But then immediately when I heard the song, I mellowed out. I was like, okay, okay,
Yeah.
you want me to relax? I'll relax. I enjoy that. That's fine. And I thoroughly enjoyed the song because it was directly after such a hype song. It was a weird feeling. It was like, wow, they really put thought into ordering this music, when they made this album.
Yeah, I agree.
so there's something like almost like something like a dance party, I guess, format to it. So you have all the big songs to get everyone on the dance floor, and
Yeah.
then with something like with Irresistible Feelings, I think you said the translation was, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I think this is kind of like a slow dance, I guess,
Yeah,
part of
I
the
agree with
part of
Yeah.
the party.
Although I think because you also had, keep in mind, you had "Let's Get Married" and "One Night Stand" and "Broken Heart," which aren't necessarily dance songs. I think the order, because for me, the order of an album is really important, because especially if you're trying to tell a story. Because some albums, some people just like, they just stick a whole bunch of songs in a record and call it an album. But like, if you're trying to tell a story, it doesn't necessarily have to be a concept album to to tell a story. Like for Maria, we joke about it, but like, yeah, the whole point of variety is not just variety of music, but also like the variety of emotions and phases that come with love, right? Wanting to try again, having, you know, your love feel like it's fake, wanting to get married with somebody right away, all that stuff. I think the thematics of each song was just as important.
I think they're both important.
They're both important. I'm just saying this album specifically, this was really important. So that's why the order is the way it is. So that's just me. That's just a theory.
I'm very tempted.
No
very
worries.
tempted to say it.
Basically, it's like when I was trying to look up some information about Plastic Love, I could barely find any sort of interview with Maria about Variety, the album in particular. I did find one just a few minutes before we came on to air, but it was very, very brief, unfortunately. So basically, you know, what we're discussing about here in the podcast today, I think, yeah, might be a good thing, especially since you know, we're now kind of bringing up the whole thing about the overall theme and how to order and why the songs are ordered in this way. I mean, I've not come across anything like that on the internet in terms of, you know, Japanese or an English interview or article on the album itself.
Yeah, man, there's a lot more to this album than people think, and I think it's really important to explore.
Yeah, I agree there.
All right, go Liverpool. Yeah, it's not my favorite song. Being a California kid, I'm in the Beach Boys camp, right? As opposed to
not so much in the Beatles camp. Not so much in the Beatles
I
camp.
didn't catch the Beatlemania fever, whatever.
You
know, I wasn't. I say that like I'm old enough to, but like, you know, growing up, I listened to more Beach Boys than anything. Thanks to you know, K Earth 101.
No, yeah.
Los Angeles.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That's something I cannot forget.
Yeah. So they played a lot of Beach Boys, a lot of 50s Motown stuff.
Yeah.
Occasional Beach Boy, occasional Beatles song. Like they did play like Yesterday, but they didn't play this. They didn't play any Mercy Beat. So
nothing really too Beatles, I guess, in the radio over there. I take it.
Not for me, no, not for me personally. I know plenty of Beatles fans. I'm just not one of them. So this song didn't do much for me. I do think it's a pleasant song. I know you were jamming out to this.
I was kind of like, it was nice. It's a rhythm, you know. I enjoyed the rhythm. She's singing very beautifully, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I am used to the Beatles. My experience with the Beatles is only Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. So I honestly have never heard a song like this before.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah.
So you're telling me this is like more British style music.
So you got into the Beatles when they were like trying to be artsy.
No, they were. Yeah, no. I mean,
like before that, they were like a boy band.
Yeah,
and I say that not like a band, but they were a boy band.
Oh yeah,
and their style of rock pop music was inspired by the music heard in like Liverpool. And I forgot I think the town is called Mercy, but that's why it's called Mercy Beach.
Mercy Beach, gotcha.
That's why it's got like the weird organ and a whole bunch.
Yeah,
of
that organ kind of like tripped me out. I was like,
that was Maria playing the organ. For the
that was Maria Takahashi playing the organ.
Yeah, she was doing that.
She's great. She's a great organist.
I know, yeah, it's really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, this was a tribute to like the early Beatles, I guess, when they were still playing in Germany, and then when they first started with, you know, they're kind of like that, as you said, the boy band, you know, the Fab Four thing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
For me, I'm like, for this album specifically, I'm like, listen, I get tired of listening to Plastic Love 1,000 times. I come to this song, you know. I'm like, okay, let's listen to this song for something different, you know.
Amphitheater Night.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if I'm tired of listening to all of the other songs, you know, okay, sure, I'll listen to this one. Why not? Yeah, it's nice. You know,
I mean, it's cute. It's very pleasant.
Yeah,
that's true.
I mean, because it's just, and especially after the previous song of Irresistible Feelings, which was fairly, I guess fairly serious. It's kind of nice to go in a bit more of a
I agree.
comical direction, I guess.
Comical.
Yeah, no, not to say that her attempt at it was a comical or anything, but yeah, it was. I mean, it's a light song. It's
it is a
very
light
kind of
song.
happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's a
the
happy-go-lucky
melody
track.
does. Right. You're right. The melody does have a lot of. It's very lighthearted. That's the best way.
Yeah,
It's
very,
simple.
very light.
It's simple.
Yeah.
It's basic,
Yeah.
simple, nice.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not one of the best songs, but it is a pleasant song.
焼けた素肌にまとうシーツの冷た
Alrighty, and that was. What's the song called?
Well, in English it would be the Water, You, and the Sun, but in Japanese it would be Mizu to Anata no
There we go.
Tayo.
Yeah, so this was this is another track that I really like on the album. That's very mellow, very bossa nova. It's got Girl from the Ipanema vibes.
So we take it all the way from Merseyside all the way to Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's
right.
crazy. We're going everywhere. It's a road trip.
Yeah, so bossa nova is an interesting style of music for me because I've never played it and I've never had experience playing it. I don't listen to lots of bossa nova. I need to. Jerry just give me some people to listen to, but the only experience I have is Girl from Ipanema, and that's why I'm like, just bring that.
Yeah.
If I was ever asked to play anything in bossa nova, I'd be freaked out. I'm like, how do I even know the rhythms?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know the time signature. Like, what? It's confusing for me. But hearing it always gets me like interested because I love hearing the piano and how rhythmic it is.
Piano and
it's
the
still
guitar.
melodic.
Kinda,
Yeah.
The instruments that really get you in
undulates
bossa
or
nova
so,
song.
Kind of undulates basically. I think.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
And then the flute in the song was beautiful. I loved it.
Yeah, the flute was great.
Like I said, with
Yeah,
Irresistible
yeah.
Feeling, it's a nice kind of mellow song. And this would also be a nice mellowed song if it was followed after, I forgot what the other songs were called, but if it was followed out of the first part of the album, I think it'll be the same feeling for me.
I mean, bossa nova has always been kind of a favorite genre in Japanese pop music. Maria has done it this time here, but
Yeah.
I mean, there have been a number of other singers who tried bossa nova out as well.
Like not just like pop singers, like Tara Masahino, Yuji Ono. He's
Yes.
the guy that does
Yes.
the Lupin
Yuji
music.
Ono. Yes.
Yeah, exactly,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah.
Yes, dude.
Freaking Jun Fukumachi. I could go on. So it's honestly a lot of Japanese music. You hear a lot of influences from Latin music, especially in like the Mood Kayo days and stuff like that.
Yes,
It was very much like
they use a lot of
I guess you can correct me if I'm wrong, Alan. Like Mood Kayo was very much like Japan's version answer to like bossa nova. Like they just kind of fused it with like anthem music.
Yes, I think that would be a fairly accurate analogy because it's like, I mean, they borrow bossa nova, but they also take away from salsa.
Yeah,
And
yeah. So Japan has a very interesting history with the intertwining of Latin music, and Maria's song is a really awesome collection to that.
We're going steady, don't run away, move for another.
All right, and that was "Going Steady" by Tatsuo Yamashita. I mean, Maria Takeuchi.
well, yes, that's right.
I was just telling Rocky Brown, I was like, yeah, I wonder whose song this is. I mean, it could be anybody, you know.
I know, right?
Yes, Beach Boys much.
Yeah, this is a cool song. I like the saxophone solo in the background. I'd say it's got a lot of big wave vibes. We were just talking about. This would fit right in with a lot of his other Beach Boys related work. But I like Maria's vocals on this one though.
Especially near the end when Tatsuo decides to kind of come in himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of invades the album there. This one has a very specifically Pet Sounds vibe to it. Like I immediately I'm immediately reminded of "Wouldn't It Be Nice." Like the melody reminded me of the opening part with the harp. It's a harp, right? They use a lot of fancy instruments and pet sounds. I think the saxophone and the Tats vocals really bring it up from just being above average for me.
I mean, there were about 5 saxophonists being involved in this, including again Ernie Watts in there as well.
5 saxophones. God.
5 saxophones.
Was one of them by chance Jake H's conception?
No, actually, no. Jake
Really?
wasn't involved in this.
Wow,
in this
that's surprising.
this time around.
So if you don't know, Jukebox, Jake H. Conception is he is the saxophone player in Japanese music.
I think you told me about him.
Yeah, he's literally in almost every single album where there's a saxophone solo. Like, think of a saxophone solo in your favorite Japanese song right now. Pretty sure that was Jake H. Conception. He's
Most
everywhere.
likely.
He's like the only person they reach out to. He's cool. He's from the Philippines. Right?
Yeah, he was the go-to guy for a lot of that. So
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago. So.
Yeah, he did pass away. Yeah, but he was like he was basically like the Kenny G of Asia.
Well, he definitely made a mark on the world, obviously.
Yeah, he really did. But no, he's not on this. That's surprising. 5 sax. I didn't hear 5 saxophones. I heard the one solo.
Yeah. I thought, wow, that must have been like one really good harmonization by 5 saxes to become 1 sax or something like that.
I know, right?
It could be they just had 5 musicians and they took one take, one of their takes, and they had to pay credits to them, right?
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, which I think is kind of a very Steely Dan thing to do. So
that is a very Steely Dan thing to do, although not nearly as bad.
Yeah. Going with that theme about the roller coaster of love as well, I think Steady or Going Steady is almost like, the woman who went through plastic love and all the other things like that. Kind of like found a new guy and they're getting engaged and looks like a kind of a second chance for them.
Yeah, I know, right? This is like the only song on this album that seems to have a healthy relationship.
Yes. A healthy, loving relationship.
Yeah. Let's find out how it all plays out.
二人で過ごす年々の
Alrighty, and that was the final track on the album, Bury My Cheeks in Shetland, whatever that means.
From what I read in the lyrics for that, I think it's about an older couple, kind of like retired or so,
Right.
and the wife is burying her cheeks into the I guess Shetland sheep sweater or cardigan or something like that.
Gotcha.
I see. That makes sense. So,
But
this
when I wrote up the article for it in the blog a few years ago, I think I just saw it as basically it's like the couple from We're Going Steady, going ahead about a few decades, and basically they're now kind of retired and just enjoying their time by themselves. With the kids kind of moved off into their own lives or so.
I'm glad this roller coaster of love has a happy ending at least. I like this song.
This is quite beautiful.
The intro really gets to you. Really great string arrangement on this album. Maria's voice is always
A pleasure.
yeah, and it's just a really comfy outro song.
Yeah, it's very comfortable. It's very comfortable. Kind of a nice way to finish things off.
I mean, I was thinking the same thing. You made, like you were saying, this is a very good end to the roller coaster ride. And I was like, yeah, you finished the roller coaster ride and you're kind of happy about it. You're nice and mellowed out. You're done. It's like, yeah, this is very nice.
So now that you finished the ride, though, after Eccentric Jukebox, what do you think of Variety?
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy this album. I mean, honestly, hearing more from Maria Takeuchi besides Plastic Love. That was the only song I actually listened to by her. Yeah, that's the only song I listened to by her. Maybe there's one other one. And it's just nice to like, yeah, no, she's not a one-hit wonder, and definitely not. Oh no,
No.
not by a long shot. She has other hits. She has good music, and this is a great album for that. And I'm glad Plastic Love is on this album because it's like, hey, yeah, I have this awesome song. Also, I have other awesome songs.
Right. Yeah.
It's like crazy. I know, but I do.
Yeah, I think variety is as as advertised. So many different types of songs in there, and all of them will be more than satisfying to every type of Maria fan. And for those who liked her earlier stuff, those who like obviously Plastic Love, but, I think anyone who's been a veteran Maria fan since she first started in '78 will be happy. I think any of the newcomers coming in through in the early '80s would have been happy with this album as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. And anybody discovering Maria through the wonderful
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah.
should be satisfied with this album. This album's pretty true to its name, right? There's a lot of different types of genres on here. They're all played pretty straight for the most part. Some of them a bit too pastiche for my liking. Particularly this Mercy Beat. It probably just because I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big British pop guy myself. So that one's probably my least favorite song on the album. Even though it is a good song. Going Steady is another one. I don't come to back often, but it is a pleasant song to listen to. It is nice to hear other good songs besides Plastic Love. Broken Heart was really awesome.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That one's my favorite song.
Oh no, we know.
One Night Stands, another really good song. Really surprisingly good country song.
Yeah, I think for the people who really appreciated the country pop side of Maria, I think they will be more than happy with variety.
Yeah, this album's got something for everybody, and I think that's one of its strengths.
Yeah, I mean, not surprisingly, it went to number one. It went to number one on Oricon. It was her second number one album.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Yeah, this is a really popular album. It paid off. I mean, like I said, it's got something for everybody. If you like rock and roll, but don't like the more disco stuff. If you like disco but not country music, there's something there for somebody. And I think that's probably this album's biggest strength.
I mean, I love. The reason why I love this album a lot is mainly because I like interpreting why in music. Like, why did they do this? Why is the album ordered this way?
Right.
I thoroughly enjoyed interpreting the different ways that the name Variety for this album can imply to. Yeah,
that's true.
Like why she ordered the songs, why she has the titles of the songs, what's she talking about, right?
That's a good point.
It's really cool that we actually expressed that in this review.
Well, because we just assume, it's just, it's got
a
rock
songs.
Yeah. It's got Beach Boys next to John Lennon next to Kanye Twitty, right? Sure. But there's also thematically, there's a song about not being faithful. There's a song about lamenting over a loved one. There's a song about a healthy relationship, right?
And you're too excited. You think that's the one, and when you're married,
yeah. Let's get married. Yeah. So it expresses various phases in love. And that's cool.
What's cool about it is it's very human. Like there's a lot of songs that came out in the United States, and they're romanticized in a big way.
Yeah.
But this album is it's a very human approach with each song, as you learn the different stages, right? I'm gonna call them of romance. It's it's very human what she's talking about.
Yeah. When you listen to a lot of love ballads, especially in the 80s and the 90s,
right?
Get this awesome collection of 80s and 90s love ballads.
I mean, you just hear Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, exactly.
Just listen to Stevie Wonder, and it's
it's cool.
It's
they're all
romanticized.
we're gonna be together forever, and
always until
Yeah,
you know,
always, forever.
the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
until the day you and me and I meet. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Yeah. It's a nice song, but like it's romanticized. And this is a very human approach to romance that I don't think I hear a lot in Odie's romance songs. In my opinion.
True. That's a good point.
Yeah. And I mean, speaking about different stages in life, I think, one of the things I kind of found out fairly recently about the album is that she released this when she was heavily pregnant with her daughter. So it's like she couldn't do any promotion for the album itself, and this was her album after coming back from that 3-year hiatus. So I'm sure a lot of people in the production in her office were kind of like panicking. It's like, oh my golly, it's like we have to get this comeback album out, and our star can't get up from the couch.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
So, but as it turned out, it was her second #1 album. Did very well. So
That's amazing.
nothing to worry about. Mhm.
Yeah, man, it all worked out in the end. I mean,
It all
everyone's
worked out in the end.
listening to it,
And it's like 35 years later, one of the tracks becomes this phenomenon on YouTube.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Who would have known?
The rest is history, as they say. You know what I mean? So,
As they say. Yeah, indeed.
so yeah, I mean, what else can we say except go get Variety. This is a sort of a mandatory album. If you really like synth pop, go get this album. Order it on Discogs. Get it on CD Japan. Amazon. The 30th anniversary edition has 3 extra tracks on it, so see if you could comp that. And it has, if you didn't get enough of Plastic Love, it's got an extended version of Classic Love.
Guys, you will love it. You will love it. Like, you don't have to put it on repeat. Just listen to the extended version. It's just...
I think it's got all of the usual 1980s remix effects and stuff.
Oh yeah. Then there's the freaking weird DJ cut. Oh my god.
Wow.
It's also on
it's
Apple
like,
Music.
Yeah, it's on
taking
Apple
back to those
Music.
dance parties. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Dance parties.
I figure there's going to probably be a 40th edition in the next few years, 2024, I think.
3 extra versions of Plastic Love.
Now with Vaporwave.
Now
Oh my
I know, right? See, that's the real
Now
thing.
in-
Is the 40th anniversary? It's going to include a Vaporwave, her feature funk rendition
Listen to Plastic
by
Love
Night
VR.
Tempo. Hell yeah!
It's going to be with extra fortified vaporwave.
Yeah, exactly. Get the Night Tempo version of Variety.
My goodness.
Heck yeah, dude!
Oh,
It's only a matter of
oh
time.
my golly! What are they going to do? A vaporwave version of Mercy Beat? I'm not
Yo,
sure about
yes.
that one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I would love to see that.
I don't know, man.
I would love to hear that.
I don't think the world is ready for that. But yeah, let us
Vaporwave version
No.
of country songs.
country wave.
I couldn't imagine the Marty organ solo like slow down to, let's say, 2 beats per minute or so. It's like you can't really see that happening.
Hey man, only time will tell. But let us know in the comments what album you want to listen to next. If you want to listen to the full album, I'll leave a link in the description. If you want to read the full review of this album, check out comealongradio.blogspot.com. If you want to learn more about the history, check out Kaio Kyoku Plus. And if you want to listen to Jermaine's music, check out Afrocentric Jukebox
On SoundCloud.
on SoundCloud. Let us know what you think of this album. Do you think Plastic Love is overrated? What is your favorite song of Variety? What is your favorite Maria album song? Let us know in the comments below.
What is your interpretation on Variety? I would love to hear
What is your interpretation on Variety? But until next time, I'm Rocket Brown.
It's time to get down.
And
I love saying that, dude. I'm sorry I had
Jake
to.
and Jay Canuck without any sort of fancy catchphrase, unfortunately. But
That's
yeah,
okay,
it's
but we'll see you around.
Educates, syncopates, radio communicates.